Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ithaca Morning Movements, Elements of Tai Chi, the Yang Style 24 form. It's great to see you. Let's get started. We're going to start out warming up. Most important, I'm going to silence my phone, make sure you guys do the same so you can get your concentration. Here we go today. Start out with a little bit of twist. As always, take good care of your knees. Okay? Good. All right. We're going to start out top to bottom. Begin with your head. Bring your chin down to your chest. Breathing out. And as you breathe in, lifting your chin. Good. Come back down. And as always, we can do a nice extended downward stretch with our next. As we inhale and rise, it's a very moderate lift. Easy to injure the neck. So down we go. And inhale up. And come back to center. So most of us in our lives, kind of stand like this. What's going to happen with our head forward, the neck has to be cranked right here. There's an angle there. What happens when we stand up straight? Well, we're doing this. So this joint here, very significant in Chinese medicine, always getting compressed, as we stand. So that is why, just like for me, I say this is the motion we need for stretching. Most of us don't need to stretch forward because we're all doing this. The opening is what we need. And you'd think you'd want to open your neck back. But in our habitual pattern, the neck is already back. You see, I'm not changing this angle at all. I just am changing my back. You're already cranked and compressed back here. We want this to be really open and really free. That's why it's very important for me. You can come down, but as you go up, just be really aware. No need to overdo. There's no benefit in overdoing it, and you can actually injure yourself by overdoing it. So there's my soapbox. We remember 100% rule, right? It's the 70% rule. If I can do a nice deep lunge, and then I think, well, I want to do a deeper lunge. What's going to happen? I'm going to overdo it, have an injury. So we don't overdo it. You stay at 70%. Especially because I can't see you to correct your motion. I'm definitely feeling concerned. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to type it in the chat or reach out to Sadie or the Ithaca Morning Movement people, and they will send your email to me. So here we go, back to the neck. We go down and then breathing in and back to center. Now we're going to go side to side. Pick one side to inhale and the other side to exhale. Doesn't matter either way. Breathing. For me, I'm breathing in now and breathing out. Turning and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Good. Come back to center. We're going to do neck rolls. Chin comes down. Let's go up to the left. Chin comes up. 70%. Okay? You're painting the circle with your nose. Down, breathing out. Breathing in, inhale as you come up. And exhale. Last time on this side, breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Other side, reverse, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. Excellent. Back to center and back to neutral. Wonderful. Here we have our shoulders. Okay. Clickety clack. Good. Now we have the shoulders with the neck. Ear to shoulder. Ooh. Last one. Good. Back to center. Elbows. Opposite. Opposing. Switch. Wrists. Opposite. Fingers. Full upper body. Good. Wonderful. Hips. Feet shoulder width apart. Toes pointing forward, parallel. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in reverse. 1, 2, play with your legs and knees and back and your lean, how you're leaning. See how you can get a nice stretch. Try different things. Excellent. Back to center. Knees. I'm going to adjust this right here. You can see my feet. There we go. I have my toe down. Hands on my knees. 1, 2. Reverse. Good. We're going to do another one of my favorite warm-ups for the knees. If any of these exercises looks like it might hurt you, don't do it. Do something else. If you want, you can just do a straight stretch, and then when we switch legs, switch, okay? But if you feel like your knees have no problems and this looks good to you, this is a really fun one. Now, I'm going to need to modify this because I am not as flexible as I once was. I have a little strap on my foot, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Switch. You want to kind of pop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. We'll be coming down again in just a moment. But first we're going to finish our ankles, which I started before the knees. Sorry about that. If you need to hold on to something, hold on to something. Be steady. Feel steady and supported. If you need to go this way, that's okay too. Whatever works for you. I used to be able to do this so fast and so seamlessly, and now it seems this is different than when I was 20 years younger than now. What a mystery. How did that change? Okay, 1 and reverse. Good. All right, let's do a little floor work. So important to be limber. Good to support your back. Without support, I cannot sit up straight with my legs straight. I'm curving here. Really bad curving. What you want to see, I'm not even sure I can sit up straight at all with my feet on the ground. So I don't know if you can see the curves out there. I don't want to feel like I'm sitting in an easy boy here. I want to have an upright spine. Now, I cannot do that with my hamstrings and knees straight because it starts to pull down here and I get in my easy boy. Lazy boy, I get where I don't want to be. So if I do a little lift, then instead of being an acute angle like an L, now I'm more like not a 7, but like the opposite of a 7. My legs are coming down. So this is opened up here instead of being sharper. So what happens when this opens up? My back has more room. If this were to come up, that's where I'd be, right? And I can sit straight like this. I can do that. So that's what I need to do because I can't move the ground, but I can move my tushy. Now I can sit up straight. And for me, I'm so in need of this. This is a stretch. And I'm stretching everything really evenly. So if you can go down, go down. If just sitting like this is a stretch, then just stretch like this, 70%. Okay, this will improve you. If we're coming like this in this big curve, what am I stretching? I'm stretching my back. My back is already doing this all day. My back doesn't need to be stretched. My hamstrings, my legs needs to be stretched. So even if this isn't as far down as this is actually a better stretch. I hope that makes sense. My other car is a Porsche. My other sport is yoga, Iyengar. So I've got my Tai Chi with my Iyengar eyes on. Have everything aligned. Good. Sometimes I grab my pants by the knees so I can kind of give myself a little pull. That's nice. Another nice one. I don't think this is long enough for me. But if I had a longer one or a strap to put around my feet and hold, that's a great stretch. So enough chatter. All right. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up. Good. Now what we're going to do is one leg at a time. Hopefully all my chatter was enough time for you to go find some support for your tushy. Nice to be right on the edge of it, so you're almost falling off. That will really push that pelvis forward. You want your pelvis forward instead of tilting and rolling back. You want to have it forward, and you can feel right away when you get it right. You're like, oh, there's my hamstring. In fact, there's my knee and the rest of my leg too. I can feel it all the way down to my heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent. Switch. And slowly. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Folding my pelvis. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Okay. Bring both feet together now. I have my little toes up. Hi, toesies. Hi, everybody. Down we go. Oh, yeah. There's more room in here. Excellent. Good. Okay, I'm going to grab my pants and give myself a pull here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Good. Do a little butterfly. I feel like in Western classes, I feel like they don't do this anymore, the butterfly. And I feel like there's a reason. But I don't know the reason. And all my Tai Chi teachers always did this. So if this feels funny for any reason, of course, just stop and hold it. Keep doing this, you'll start, floating up, right? You got your wings. All right, excellent. Give yourself one nice lazy hands over, grab your toes, stretch, just so you feel like, oh, I did all that hard work and now I can reach my toes. Wonderful. Congratulations. You warm? You're all warm. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. All right. Let's review Tai Chi Walking, okay? And feet are forward. Down we go. Right. Weight transfers to your left foot. You lift your right foot, heel down. Step forward. Come back. Adjust. And breathe in as your feet come together. And step forward. Come back. Turn your foot. And breathe in. Step forward. I'm going to turn here. You don't have to turn. So I'm pivoting on my heel. I bring my feet together, and then I step forward. And you don't have to turn until you get to the limitation of your space. I come back, pivot foot, breathing in, forward, and breathing in. I'm going to turn here, pivoting on my heel, bringing my feet together, stepping forward. And breathing in. We're going to bring your feet together. Okay. Put both feet facing each other or facing parallel. Good. So we're going to continue to work with Tai Chi Walking, incorporating our hands, brush horse's tail. Okay. And to do that, again, we're going to focus on the unity of breath, movement, and all the extremities. So that as the breath moves, the arms and legs move. As the legs come to their completion, the hands complete. What we see all the time and do all the time might look like this. Oops. Finished my hands before I rotated, right? Oops. Whoops. What we want to see is together, stepping forward. Good. Hands finish at the same time. Hands finish with the feet and legs. Hands finish with your trunk. And hands finish with your breath. It sounds simple. It's not. That's why this is elements. We're really looking at that element of breath and movement. So we're going to go back to the basics. Have your feet parallel, shoulder width apart. Let yourself sink, okay? Let your tailbone tuck. So you're tilting the pelvis. I think this is the opposite of the way you want to tilt it to stretch. To stretch the hamstrings. You have this tucked here, okay? And lifted, okay? Your fingertips are right here where they fall naturally on the sides of the thighs at the acupuncture point there. Your armpits have a little space as though you're holding an egg, a live egg. You don't want to squish it. And keep that open. Okay? Your arms and legs are not locked, soft. Everything is designed for water, blood, chi to have a smooth flow. You know, these motions are smooth and rounded. They're not rickety. There are other martial arts that use hard and angular. This Yang style is not one of them. This is smooth. Okay, let your tailbone anchor. Good. Yeah. Feeling how your weight is distributed through your legs, knees, and feet. And if you need to rest your legs and raise up and let these quadriceps, that's fine. That's fine. It takes a while to build these muscles. Okay. Okay. So we have our eggs. And I'm on purpose, we're not doing much yet. We are feeling this. Getting used to this. Okay. Now I'm going to invite you, as you breathe out, let yourself settle down. And as you breathe in, let yourself rise in correspondence with your breath. It can be just a little movement. It doesn't have to be, just a little Rise and fall is all you need. Feeling yourself breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. You can also imagine your spine itself breathing in, growing and expanding in between each vertebrae, and breathing out. And then resettling. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. In. It's okay to close your eyes and breathing out. I'm going to invite you in to put your tongue on the top of your palate and out. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, we're going to take a little break. Bring your feet together, hands in. Okay. So your hands are together, palm upon palm. This point in the center of the palm is named Lao Gong, palace of work, palace of labor of our hands. We're putting Lao Gong over your lower dantian or hara. Just my belly button is here, just a couple inches below. Good. Okay. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to do the neck exercises. Keeping your hands here on your lower dantian. You can have your eyes open, but don't focus on anything. Unless you just need to check in on what I'm doing, that's okay. Or you can close your eyes. The idea is, if you remember last week when I said with Tai Chi Walking, we want to keep a steady level. Instead of, keeping steady, instead of coming up and coming down, and coming up and down, we're keeping it steady. Okay? So you want your eyes to have that steadiness. And you want to feel in your body, where in my motion do I skip through my walk? Maybe I don't have the muscle strength yet to be solid the whole pace. Where do I get a little rackety? How do I keep that smoothness? So I'm going to invite that smoothness to your gaze. So let your, it's easy to do with your eyes closed, and that's fine. But imagine that they're open, and imagine bringing your chin to your chest. You can let your arms fall. Bringing your chin to your chest, and bringing your chin up with this sense of smoothness. And if you can, open your eyes. But keep your gaze internal. Okay, we'll go ahead and we can open our knees and get in our Tai Chi stance. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, center. Okay, so now with our breath, keeping our breath smooth and our knees down. So your exhale, okay, inhale. And as you come down, this time we're going to invite our hands, breathing up and down. And again, just a little motion. You don't have to go for broke here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, I need to take a little break for my legs. If you want to keep going, you're welcome to. If you want to take a little break, that's fine too. Lao Gong over Lao Gong. Let's do a circle as though your tummy is a clock facing outward. You're going clockwise. So I come down my left and up my right. Good. All right. Letting ourselves be magnetized inward to our deeper state, like the ocean, with the many waves at the surface, but deeper, more stillness, right? Okay, feet apart. Go ahead and raise our arms and come down. All right, so my hands were a little slower than my body. If you notice your hands arrive too fast, try slowing down. If you notice your hands keep going, like if I stop here but my hands keep going, slow down your movement of the hands. If you notice you arrive with your knees and body before you arrive with your hands, shorten the distance for the arms. It doesn't have to be far. Okay, keep going. I'm just going to turn so you can see from the side. Breathing out. Keeping your pelvis tilted. Good. Come back to center. Feet together. Lao Gong over Lao Gong. Okay, let your tongue be at the back of the hard palate, touching the roof of your mouth. We are going to imagine the energy descending from our lower dantian and our tummy down to the perineum. As we breathe in, it rises up the spine, the top of the head, goes in the lips, teeth to the tongue. And as we breathe out, we relax, let the tongue drop away from the mouth, and the energy continues down and goes into our center again. Feeds us, okay? So You can put your legs shoulder width and keep them straight. Just feel relaxed and natural, okay? So tongue on the roof of the mouth. The energy starts at the perineum, raises up the spine as we breathe in, all the way over our head to the tongue. Let the tongue drop, and the energy continues down the front into the tummy. Good. Breathe in again, up the spine. Over the head to the tongue, and breathe out as you let your tongue drop down. Energy travels. Third time, breathing up the spine. Over the head to the tongue. As the energy reaches the tongue drops down. Energy travels on down. Good. Again, clockwise. Up the right, down the left. Okay, so this is the microcosmic orbit within our body. Up the dew channel to the end of the dew channel here. Goes in, connects with the tongue, down the Ren channel. Okay. Back into our hara. The microcosmic orbit relates to the orbits of the sun, the stars, our galaxy, the orbits of the universe, the orbits of the Milky Way, our own galaxy around the black hole in the center. Okay. Orbiting energy. Where else do you see orbits changing? Right? So we have our energy ball. We're turning our energy ball. We're turning it. Okay? We're constantly working our energy inside, our energy ball outside, this big beach ball we get to play with, press it down, right? And as a martial artist, I can say one thing about having these multiple balls we're working with. Somebody's throwing me a punch and deflect it. Someone throws me a punch and I block. Okay? I'm still getting impact. I can still get hurt. And they could get hurt too. Somebody throws me a punch, I push it off. It goes off in a circle, right? I'm introducing a circle to the straight line, pushing it out of its straight line, circling away. As I have this sense of my boundaries in the round, pushing that away. No one's getting hurt with a diversion. There's no impact. It's rounded. I rounded it away, if that makes sense. So let's work a little more. Feet straight ahead. How am I doing that time? Oh, there's never enough time. Feet straight ahead. Okay. Shoulder width. Coming down. And this is going to be fun. I hope you guys are ready for this. Breathing in. Get your hands in the right sort of middle place and down. Okay. Now we've got the breathing and the movement, right? Okay. I'm going to introduce to you the idea of the microcosmic orbit as you're moving your arms and legs. Okay, so bringing it up through the spine to the top of the head, around to the tongue, down the throat, heart, tummy. Okay, up, tongue up, drop the tongue, down goes the energy. Good. Breathing in, up the spine, down the front, soften the tongue. Excellent. Okay, one more time. This time, you can clench your buttocks. Really draw that energy up. And relax down. Good. Come back to center. Good. How did that feel? How do you feel inside? Smile with your heart. And this is the only moment. I heard that somewhere. Now, keeping your eyes gentle, keeping your gaze even. Let's go to the left, keeping your gaze internal, to the right. Turn. Turn. Back to center. I'm getting us ready for cloud hands, which is so much fun. All right. Let me check the time. We're going to do a little meditation to end, okay? Yeah, you are always welcome and invited to do more Tai Chi walking. It's so good for you. I think we're going to do a little meditation to end here. And sit cross-legged, sit however is comfortable. Okay? To invite a nice uplifted spine. Okay? All right. Put your hands on your tummy. Elbow. Okay. We're going to do the Microcosmic Orbit. Beginning the sacrum, perineum, coming up the spine. To the tongue. As the energy reaches the tongue, drop the tongue. And energy continues down. Okay? So you're going to follow your own speed. We'll do 3 times. And you're invited as the energy goes up the spine. You can, yoginis know the bandhis, or you can pull all your Kegel muscles and your pelvic floor, and the anus pulls up, letting the energy rise to the tongue, and then everything relaxes as the energy comes back down to be stored. Okay? 3 times. If the pulling up the pelvic floor is confusing, don't worry about it. It works without doing that. It just feels good. Okay, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. circle. Clockwise 3 times. Reverse. Good. Rub our hands. Cultivate that chi. I'm going to put la womb right over our ears. Okay? Nice and warm. Warm hands. Imagine the tissues of your ears just drinking in warmth. Okay. Letting our ears rest. I don't know if you have young children at home, but I do. There can be a lot of noise. Let's do that a second time. Just a little insulation. Letting go of all the anything you've heard that you wish you didn't. Now is going to come right over the eyes. Okay, ready? Now we're going to cover our breath, purify our breath. Oh. The heart. There we go. Wonderful. Liver, master of stress and emotions, master of boundaries. Kidneys. Okay. Thank you all so much for your time, and I hope this is helpful for you. And I hope you have a wonderful time out there today. It is gorgeous in Ithaca. Thank God. Seems we made it to May. Be well, everyone. Until next week.